When life throws something big and unexpected your way, it's easy to feel like the ground has fallen from beneath you. I remember that feeling clearly. At 22, I found out I was pregnant. Just saying those words out loud felt like admitting defeat. It wasn't what I'd planned. It wasn't what I'd dreamed of. I had so many other things I wanted to do first. And when reality set in, I felt like my world was closing in. The disappointment. There was this deep disappointment, not just in the situation but in myself. I kept wondering how I ended up here. I felt like I had failed, not just myself but my family, my friends, everyone who had high hopes for me. I'd had dreams, plans, things I wanted to achieve. But now it felt like everything I'd hoped for was slipping through my fingers. I was standing there, watching my life take a turn I never imagined, and all I felt was lost. The shame and judgment. Then came the shame, and it was heavier than anything I'd ever felt. I didn't just feel disappointed, I felt embarrassed. People looked at me differently, and I felt every stare. I could feel the whispers, the quiet judgment from those who once saw me as full of potential. Now, they looked at me as someone who had messed up. Every time I left the house, I felt like there was a label on me, something I couldn't shake. I was that girl, the one who had fallen short of everyone's expectations. I didn't even want to go outside. I would stay home to avoid the stares and the whispers. I felt as if everyone around me was looking at me with disappointment, like I'd somehow become less, and in those moments it was hard not to believe them. I started seeing myself through their eyes, and that vision of me was clouded with shame and regret. The pain of single motherhood. The journey into single motherhood wasn't just emotionally painful, it was lonely. I felt as though I was on an island, cut off from the rest of the world. Friends were moving forward with their lives, and here I was, in a place I never expected to be. I questioned myself constantly. Could I really do this? Would I be enough for my child? There were moments when I cried, wondering if I had the strength to keep going. There's a certain pain in facing something so big on your own. I wasn't just navigating new responsibilities, I was facing the fears and doubts that came with it. I felt vulnerable, like a part of me had been exposed, and I was terrified of what lay ahead. But somehow, even in the darkness, there was a small, stubborn part of me that refused to give up. I gave birth to my healthy baby, and was welcomed to a new world of responsibilities, choosing to rise above it all. For months, because a shadow of myself, I was depressed. It took time, but I slowly realized that I couldn't let shame and disappointment be the end of my story. I was more than just my circumstances. And while I couldn't change the past, I could shape my future. I made a decision right then and there that I wasn't going to let this break me. So I started small. I found a job, something that would give me a sense of purpose. It wasn't easy, but it was a start. I also began investing in myself, read books, started learning digital skills, anything that could help me grow. I discovered that I had a resilience I never knew was there. Every step, every little achievement, helped me rebuild my confidence. Slowly, I started to believe in myself again. Lessons along the way. One of the most important lessons I learned was about self-worth. I realized that my value didn't come from what others thought of me. All those whispers, the judgment, I couldn't let those voices define who I was. I had to look within and decide my own worth. I started affirming myself every day, reminding myself that I need to add value to myself, else I would regret deeply. I have made the mistake, learned my lessons, and I have to move on. I also learned that I could turn shame into strength. The judgment and the criticism only fueled my determination to build a life I could be proud of. Instead of letting it break me, I used it as motivation. Every time someone doubted me, it became a reminder to keep pushing forward. Another powerful lesson was about acceptance. I had to learn to accept my unique path. It wasn't what I'd planned, but it was mine, and I had to make the best of it. Embracing my journey allowed me to find peace, even pride, in where I was and where I was headed. I forgot about marriage and put myself first to upgrade myself and be the best version of myself. Through all of this, I came to see that every challenge can be a new beginning if we choose to see it that way. This pregnancy wasn't the end of my dreams. Instead, it became the start of a journey that led me to a better, stronger version of myself. I was no longer just surviving, I was building a future for myself and my child. So, to anyone who might be facing something similar, know this: it's okay to feel lost and overwhelmed. It's okay to question yourself and wonder if you're strong enough. But don't give up. This experience is not the end of your story, it's just the beginning. Embrace the journey, let go of the shame, and keep believing in your ability to rise above it all. Today, I stand here as someone who faced what felt like an impossible situation and came out stronger. My journey was not easy, and there were days I didn't know if I'd make it, but I did. And if I can find strength and purpose in the most challenging of times, so can you. Your journey is yours to shape, and no setback can take away your power to create a life of meaning and success. Remember, it's not the challenges that define us but how we rise above them. Keep moving forward, keep believing in yourself, and know that your best days are still ahead. I am not where I want to be, but I can tell with certainty that I have a healthy dose of self-esteem. I am no longer the naive young lady who hides so people would not know I have given birth. I carry my daughter with pride, knowing that she is a blessing to me. I have learned so many things in the course of pregnancy and childbirth. I have become more mature emotionally and intellectually. My setback became my source of strength. Please share this video so other ladies can learn also. I hope my story inspired you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.